What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Social Club where everyone has a voice. I'm your host, Jacob Hale, joined me by Nathan Garth.
Yo, yo, yo.
So, real quick, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Check out all of our content. You can follow us on Instagram at the Social Club where we post every single day. Other than that, Twitter, Facebook,
TikTok.
Spotify. I don't know. We're everywhere. Look our name up on Google, The Social Club. I guarantee you're going to find a social media account. But going into the day, it's pretty laid back, or at least I wanted it to be laid back. And then we got a ton of news, a ton of stuff going on. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what are your thoughts on the University of Colorado retiring Shedeur Sanders' jersey?
All right. I have a lot of different thoughts. One, Travis Hunter should get his jersey retired. I think if you win a Heisman and your school doesn't retire your jersey, that's insane. I still think it's weird that it was the semester after they got done playing college. Like, I feel like you almost got to let it sink in a little bit to make it more memorable. Like if they'd have done it in 2 years or 3 years. But the spring game the semester after is crazy. You can just tell people they're not wearing 12 or whatever it is. But yeah, I do think Travis Hunter should have got his jersey retired, but that soon is crazy. Shedeur, on the other hand, I can understand why they wanted to retire his jersey because I do think the movement of him and Dion and Travis changed their program around from a following standpoint. Obviously, like social media and ESPN and all that stuff probably boosted their NIL and the amount of money the university made by a crazy amount. So I understand that he was a part of a big change in the program, but come on, bro. He wasn't a Heisman. He wasn't an All-American. Like, I just don't think that his name's retired if his last name isn't Sanders. I could honestly see a point where Dion leaves in a messy way and they unretire his jersey. Something crazy like that. But him having his jersey retired and Johnny Manziel and Tim Tebow not is like insane.
Yeah, this is the most insane thing. And honestly, I'm usually on the stance to where it's like I am pro player.
Yeah.
So usually I'm just like, all right, fine, let it go and stuff. But no, this is honestly insane. I don't know what the hell they're thinking of and letting him retire his jersey. Because like you said, he had no Heisman, no All-American status. Even more than that, they didn't make the playoffs.
Literally.
They didn't win a bowl game.
Shedeur went 13-11.
Yeah.
If he's getting his jersey retired, there should never be another Mizzou player wear number 12 after what Brady Cook just did the last 2 years.
And you know what's even crazier is that there was more of an argument for his jersey to be retired at Jackson State than it was at the University of Colorado.
100%.
Yeah, that is completely insane of the university to even think about doing that, right? And I get it. They're like, it's because, Deion Sanders is there. Well, retire Dion, or like put Dion in the Hall of Fame then. Like do that. You don't have to retire his
head coach on the back. No one else can have head coach on the back of their shirts.
Not retire, but if you want to put Deion Sanders in the Hall of Fame, again, you're kind of splitting hairs, but your argument you said earlier, that makes more sense for that.
Yeah.
But just to give it to his son just to appease him is so insane and out of line. And the worst person in this is 100% Shiloh.
I was about to say, bro. I bet Shiloh's sick, bro. That was exactly what I was gonna say.
I mean, at least give Shiloh a partial retirement. Like just say, all right, next year we can't wear his jersey or something.
Bro.
Like that, but that makes more sense because he wore 21. That honestly makes more sense to me than the retired Shedeur's. Like that's idiotic.
Shiloh's got to be sick, bro.
That's it's completely idiotic. I can't believe the university would do that. It's too much money in college football is what I'm thinking. Just way too much money in college football for them to even think about doing something like that.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So funny. So funny. I saw that and I literally thought I was getting NBA sentled. I was like, there's no way they're retiring Shedeur's jersey. Zero chance. Fucking crazy. That's why they're a poverty program, always have been. That's why Mizzou used to beat their ass in the Big 8 every year. Poverty program.
The dude's probably not even going to be first overall pick.
And no, he might not even be top 5.
That's incredible. I mean, I do like Shedeur. And I think he gets a lot of bad rap, but I also have to say he does himself no favors.
No,
Like he
I
doesn't
like
do,
him too,
like
but
he doesn't donate to charity. He doesn't do a soup kitchen or something because his press is horrible and he's not making it any better.
no, he's yeah.
Yeah, that is insane. But that's my spiel on it. You guys let us know. I can't imagine anyone's gonna think differently. Like I
No,
can't imagine anyone's gonna have a counter argument to say his jersey has to be retired.
no,
I
it's
don't think that's
insane.
ever gonna happen. His jersey wouldn't have been retired at the University of Central Missouri,
No,
let alone University of Colorado.
it takes a lot to get your jersey retired at that fine establishment.
Absolutely.